y'all, welcome back to the channel. Me and Car Key. So in today's video, we have a car review for you. This is the 2023 Kia Sportage X Pro Prestige all-wheel drive. Now, Kia has done some amazing things as far as styling, as far as technology, as far as upgrades on their Kia Sportage. So we're going to get into it in today's video. So we're going to start here in the front. So one of the most amazing things about the 2023 model of the Kia Sportage is the design, especially in the front. The whole front grille sets it off. It has such a futuristic design. If you look up here in the front, you have your turn signal here. Now I have the hazard lights on just so you can see it. You have your turn signal here. You have your high beams and your low beams integrated here. And you have this huge daytime running light that sets the whole front end off. Now you have your fog lights integrated down here in the lower bumper. The way that they integrated is great. It has these three sections here. You have your parking sensor here as well as one here. Now I like the way they did it because it's not sticking out like a sore thumb and you barely even know it's there. Now you do have a vent on the side. It is not functional. It is just cosmetic, but it gives a nice design so that it's not just one smooth bumper. It gives it a nice design, a nice curve there. Now, I love the grille. The grille is all gloss black. Now, this is a black truck, a black vehicle, black Sportage, but the grille here is also gloss black, which also gives it a nice touch. Now, you do have some contrast. Here, you have this brushed aluminum here at the top, also as well down here in the lower grille section. Now, if you look up under, it does have a skid plate. Now, this is an all-wheel drive vehicle, so it's amazing that they added a skid plate up under there, just in case you're in an off-road situation, and it is metal. Now, in keeping with the front, you have your front camera here. Great, also integrated in the front so that you can't actually see it. It's not sticking out like a sore thumb. All right, now coming along the sides, now this is a black vehicle. What I like about it is that it's not all gloss black. So you have the gloss black paint. You also have this textured black to give it a little contrast. They added more contrast where they added this brushed aluminum piece here. Now that matches the stripe here as well. Now if you go around the front of the vehicle where we were before, they also integrated that in the front. So you have this part here that matches as well as down here in the lower grille. Now it gives it a bit of contrast, and what I like about the stripe is that it continues on with the daytime running light. So you have the daytime running light from the front, you go all the way across and runs right into that stripe. Now your mirrors here, you have your turn signal integrated in your mirror, and you also have your camera down here for your 360 camera as well. Now, following the side of the vehicle, you do have your roof rails up here. They are paint matched to match that gloss black. You also have this diamond design here that's integrated into the window. Now, coming along to the back of the vehicle, you have your LED brake lights. Now, this is a reflector on the side, but this is an all LED light. Here is actually your turn signal. This is an amber turn signal. It's also an LED. One of the things I learned today is that I thought this was going to be your reverse light. Your reverse light is actually down here in the bumper, which is integrated in the bumper. Very sleek design. You would never know it's there, and I like that because it's so different from anything else I've ever seen. Another interesting fact is that you have your third brake light here. Your third brake light is sticking off. If you look on the side, your third brake light is sticking off as a spoiler, but it's also hiding your rear wiper. Now, the cool thing about that is normally the rear wiper is down here at the bottom of the rear glass. The good thing about this is that, let's say you go through a car wash, a lot of people have lost their rear wiper or it's gotten damaged some kind of way because it's down here on the glass. If it's tucked up under here, you go through a car wash, you don't have any issues. That's a good design by Kia, and it's amazing that they actually even thought about doing that. So that's a good design by Kia. So on the back, you also have that brushed aluminum we were talking about earlier. You have your X Pro here, you have your Kia, also in brushed aluminum, and you have your Sportage in that light font that Kia is known for. Now coming along to the bottom of the rear, you have reflectors here on both sides, and it gives it a sporty look. This design here also gives it a nice cool texture. You have your reverse sensors integrated into those, and this actually looks like a diffuser, right? I know they designed it on purpose like this. Gives it a very sporty look. It is called a Sportage. Gives it a very sporty look because it has that nice diffuser. Now your exhaust is actually tucked away under there, so it would not be seen. Now it does have a huge muffler, which is fine. The way they did it is that you wouldn't see any of this as you're driving, and it just gives it a sporty look, nice, clean, sporty look. All right, let's talk about wheels and tires real quickly. This is the all-wheel drive version of the X Pro Prestige. So it has a off-road sporty look to the entire vehicle, and the tires actually add to that. These are the BF Goodrich Trail Terrains, and these are 17-inch wheels. The stock 17-inch wheels, they are actually in a matte black. The tire size for you is 235, 65, or 17s. Now, a huge shout out to Kia for the design of this 2023 Kia Sportage. As I said before, they did an amazing job on design, especially the front. Now, where it really shines is on the interior. I would buy a 2023 Kia Sportage just on the interior alone. Let's check it out. Now, this is the key for your Kia Sportage. Now, it has that Kia logo there. You have your hold button here for your remote start. You also have your lock button, your unlock button, your hold button for your tailgate, and you have your alarm button there. Now, very cool design. Now, to get in your Kia Sportage, all you do is walk up to your Kia, press the button there, and open. You're good to go on the inside. Now, this Kia also comes with remote start. All you do is lock your car, hold there, and there you go. All right, let's say you want to cut it off, just hold it again. There you go. All right, now just simply opening the door to the 2023 Kia Sportage, you get that feeling of luxury as you open the door. And you get that from a lot of the accents here. Like you have this gloss black accent here. Now you have all leather, you have a gloss black accent. You have this dark bronze brown wood grain, right? That's very subtle, but it gives a nice luxury feel. Now these aluminum door handles also give you a luxury feel, as well as this gloss black that's integrated here. Something about gloss black that gives it a luxury feel. Now, if you go inside, as you see here, it has this huge screen that spans halfway across the front. You also have gloss black accents here. You also have that same wood grain that you had on the door, on the dashboard, as well as your gloss black accents. Now, if you look up on here, this vehicle only has 1,600 miles. The owner does still have the stickers on the pedals. As for your seats, you have full leather. You have this nice stitch pattern here on the insert of the seat. You also have a nice stitch line here that gives it a nice feeling, nice bolster seats right there for your back. As you see, the owner still has plastic on the seat belts as well. Look at your steering wheel here. You have a nice leather wrap steering wheel with that black stitching on the inside. You have a brushed aluminum here. You have a brushed aluminum here with your Kia logo. It's all circled in the middle on your airbag. Now, this brushed aluminum does match with the door handle over here, as I spoke of earlier. It also matches on the inside of your vents. Let's talk about the design of your vents. It's not that your normal square vent has some kind of shape, some kind of contrast, which I like a lot. Now, if you look at the rest of your vents, you have two vents here, you have another vent here, and you have another vent on that side as well. I like the shape of it. Like I said, it's also wrapped in a gloss black and a brushed aluminum as well. And let's talk about the star of the show, which is this huge screen that spans almost the entirety of the front dash. Now, the screen is amazing because it is a touch screen. Now, when you look at it now, the car's not on. There's nothing here. It looks like a blank screen. Now, when you start it up, I want you to look here and also look down here. Right now, everything's lit up. You have your driver controls here. You have your GPS is set on GPS right now. So everything, your control, your radio, your GPS, everything is right here in the front. And this is it's a fully integrated touchscreen. Then you have down here is your AC controls. Now this screen was black before. Now you have your full AC controls for both driver and passenger right here. Now tell me this is not the most amazing screen you've ever seen in a vehicle. Now what I like for the driver, let's talk about the driver. The driver gets to see this speedometer on the left. You have your tachometer on the right for your RPMs. You have your fuel over here on the left as well. You have your MPG down at the bottom. And you have your mileage at the lower right, as well as the temperature gauge. Now you have this whole backdrop of a beautiful city, a beautiful skyline, grass, clouds, and that's amazing to look at when you look down as you're driving. So one of the things I was told to make sure I mentioned was that you have driver profiles. So if you switch from a different profile, you get different settings. Now, if you look here, you have a whole different screen here than I had before. So if you go to profile, change user, you have different profiles here. So I'm obviously going to set to guest, hit confirm, and everything changes. Right, so everything from the screen over here changed to my seating position just changed to the climate control just changed as well. The AC just started blowing. Right, now that's amazing. That's amazing. Kia thought of everything, and they thought of everything from the user's perspective. So once again, I go back to our screen here. Now, this touchscreen is very, very, very responsive. It's very, very quick and very responsive, which is also a good thing. Go ahead to change user. Let's say I go back to the top profile, confirm, and everything changed again. It says switching user profile. That's amazing. Like I said, they thought about everything for the driver. Now, continuing on with our interior, this is the X Pro Prestige. So you have your Harman Kardon sound system there. If you look down here in your dash, you have your USB charging ports. You also have a C port, and you also have your traditional 12 volt if you need that. Now this down here is actually a charging port. So you lay your phone down and it'll charge right there. Up here you have your push button start. You have heated seats, heated steering wheel. You also have cooling seats as well. Now, I like this shifter. The shifter, it just feels nice. It also is leather wrapped, and it just has a nice feel, and it's very different from what you see on a normal vehicle. You have your drive modes here, and of course, if you switch your drive modes down here, it'll show up here on your screen. Let's switch one and see what happens. You have normal, you have sport mode, you have smart mode, and you have snow mode, and it all shows up down here at the bottom. In addition to your drive mode, you have your electronic parking brake here. You have your hill assist, you have auto hold, you have your auto shut off button here, which is good. You also have your parking camera. So if you hit the parking camera button there, it pops up right there. You have a 360 camera there, like we did show those cameras on the bottom of our mirrors, our side mirrors. You have a huge view there as well. Then if you hit the button down here, it does that. So it shows you everything around you, which is very amazing. And you can actually see an actual surrounding of what's around you. If you look in the distance, it shows 3 cars there in the distance. There are 3 cars there in the distance. It shows you exactly what's around you. Let's go back to there. Good. All right, down here you have your adjustable cup holders. Now, continuing on up, after your cup holders, you do have a little space for storage here for a few things. You also have this storage bin here, which is deep enough for a couple of things. All right, moving along to our back seat. They do have a child base here, but there's plenty of room in the back seat as well. The design of the back is pretty much identical to the front. If you look here, another cool feature that I'm just figuring out here is that they have this section here on the back of the front seats. So if you want to hang something there, it's perfect for doing that. It is actually a spot for a tablet as well. So if you want to put your tablet there, you can sit right there, and your kids in the back can watch a tablet right there on the back seat. Perfect. Now on the back seat, it also has a hook here if you want to hang some things. You have your AC vents right there in the middle, and you also have a little cubby hole to put some things there if you need to. Now, as far as cup holders, you have this section here that comes down. Of course, you have your cup holders integrated there. You also have a spot for a cup holder in the door as well, right next to your Harman Kardon speaker that is also in the back. All right, so let's talk about space. As I mentioned before, you do have a car seat base down here at the bottom. Give you kind of an idea of how much space you have. You can fit a full car seat there and still have room for the driver to come back a little bit more if they needed to. Let's go to the other side. I want to show you how much space you actually do have as far as legroom goes. Now, the person who owns this vehicle is about 6'4", right? So this is his normal setting where he has the front seat set up. So me being 5'8", can actually sit here and have plenty of space. If you look down here, there's plenty of space for the driver to come back a lot more if they need to. And I'm very comfortable sitting here. This is a very comfortable seat, by the way. The back seat of this Kia Sportage is very comfortable. Let me close the door. It's very comfortable back here to sit. Now, you also have space for another person to sit there, full-size adult, and you also have space in the middle. Plenty of space for 3 people to sit and sit comfortably as well. So in talking about the inside, you have up here, you have LED lights, very good touch, LED lights for the interior. And let's go up. We have that sunroof there as well. Very nice touch for both driver and passengers to sit very comfortably and have a very nice view of everything. All right, let's talk about your trunk space. You do have a very ample sized trunk. You can either hit the button here on the key fob there, or you can hit the liftgate button here. It does still have a sticker saying to be removed by the customer. Now you have a stroller in the back. It does not come with the vehicle. You have LED lighting in the back. Very nice touch. You also have a 12 volt here just in case. This does have an all-weather floor mat in the bottom as well. If you lift this up, you can also lift here, and your spare tire and your jack and all your other equipment is down up under there. Now, this rear seat does come down if you need to let it down. It folds down all the way, which will give you a lot more storage space if you need something big or you need to, haul something big or something like that. Let's talk about the engine. You have a 2.5 liter 4-cylinder engine that produces 187 horsepower. You also have a center locking differential just in case you need it at any point in time. So let's look at the motor real quick. All right, there you have it. This is your 2.5 liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder motor on your Kia Sportage X Pro Prestige all-wheel drive. Now, as I stated before, our 2023 Kia Sportage X Pro Prestige all-wheel drive comes with a naturally aspirated 2.5 liter 4-cylinder engine. So we're going to take it for a quick drive. Now, I'm wondering why they didn't turbocharge it. I'm not really sure. We're going to go for a drive real quick and see if we can get a feel for why they didn't turbocharge it. All right, we're going to put it in drive. Now, I like that what gear you're in is also on the screen. If you look here, right here, it's in drive. Right there, you see it right there. You also have your speed limit sign. Now, it's not showing the speed limit yet because we haven't come across the speed limit sign. Once we come across the speed limit sign, it'll actually show up right here. So you always know what the speed limit is in whatever area you're in. All right. Now, I can already say as far as acceleration goes, it accelerates very easily, very smooth, very quick accelerations, and it's a naturally aspirated 4-cylinder engine. That's very quick for a 4-cylinder engine. Now, I was only like, 8% throttle. We only got up to like 20 miles an hour, but the acceleration is very smooth, especially for an SUV, very smooth, very quick. All right, seems to accelerate with quite ease. Now, it sounds like a turbocharged engine, but it is not. Now, once again, as I stated before, make a right turn, put your right signal on, your view of your right side comes up. After you make that turn, the view goes away and goes back to your tachometer. Now, what I like is that it's very quiet. Like, we looked at that muffler earlier. It has a huge muffler on the back, and it is a large muffler, but it's not a problem. It's actually a very smooth, very quiet ride. All right, braking is very smooth, very quick. Now, as we're sitting here about to make a left turn, it does have auto stop, auto start, which is annoying to a lot of people. It is good for saving gas. It does help your fuel economy. If you look down here, you have a button here. You can turn it on, you can turn it off. So I'm gonna leave it on because that's where it's normally set. As I stated before, it shows you your speed limit here. So now we're at 35. That is the speed limit. Next time it registers another speed limit, it'll update itself as well. All right, very quick acceleration out of that turn. Like I said, I like the way that it handles. There's no body roll whatsoever. It turns very easily. The turning radius is very smooth. As you see, our speed limit there is 45. You look down on our dash, it did update itself to 45. So one of the safety features is that it reminds you to keep your hands on the steering wheel. So if you take your hands off the steering wheel, it says to keep your hands on the steering wheel. It also, lane assist also corrected you so that you stay in your lane, which is also a great safety feature. So I'm quickly seeing why they did not turbocharge this engine. It doesn't need it, right? Right, for a family size SUV or sport crossover, it's very quick. The 4-cylinder engine accelerates very easily, transmission keeps up very easily, and it doesn't need to be turbocharged. Right, we're cruising along at 50 miles an hour, and it's running smooth, it's quiet. That's another thing I like, that we saw that big, huge muffler on the back. That's not a problem. It's very quiet, very smooth, the way a family size SUV should be. All right, we're going around a big curve here. Look at that, handles it very easily. There's no body roll. You're not leaning to one side or the other. It's handling the curves very easily, very smooth. The good thing is that it feels as if it's trying to help you drive. Like it's almost like it's trying to drive for you, right? Lane departure assist is very, very responsive. More responsive than I've seen in any other vehicle so far, right? If you even as much as try to veer into the next lane, it'll correct you almost automatically, which is a great safety feature. And now if you're looking for a midsize SUV, family SUV, this is a great option, y'all. The Kia Sportage X Pro Prestige all-wheel drive. It's a great option. I mean, like I said, it's very fun to drive. It's very luxurious. It's very comfortable. You feel like you're in command of the road at all times. Like I said, there's no body roll when you go around any type of curves. And for a four-cylinder engine, it does accelerate very quickly. So if you're thinking about getting an SUV, consider this one. And so thank you for watching another video on the Me and Car Keys channel. Once again, the 2023 Kia Sportage X Pro Prestige all-wheel drive. Tell me what you think about it. Leave it in the comments below. Would you drive the 2023 Kia Sportage? I would. Once again, thanks for watching another video on the Me and Car Keys channel. Until next time, I'll see you later.